Hello everyone and welcome to this short presentation about how we can support students with disabilities who are registered with the Maynooth Access Programme, MAP for short. So my name is Katrina Fitzgerald and I am a student advisor at MAP. At MAP we have a strong historical commitment to widening participation at Maynooth University, and as part of our commitment, Maynooth University provides flexible pathways to university for school leavers with disabilities. As a DARE student, so that's a student who's entered through the Disability Access route to education, you will come through Maynooth through this route. And DARE provides a quota of reduced points places on all courses at Maynooth University. Also, MAP provides a wide range of supports to students who entered through the Disability Access route. But don't forget, students can also register with MAP at any time during their studies, where we can support you if you develop additional needs. Now for some background information about the Maynooth Access Programme. So the Maynooth Access Programme, or MAP as short, was established in 1998, and the main aims of MAP are to support and encourage underrepresented groups to consider higher education as a real option, as well as providing access routes and post-entry supports. MAP also aims to embed accessibility and diversity issues into the culture of the university, thereby influencing and developing inclusive policies and practices. It also aims to widen participation so that all groups in Irish society are fully represented in the student population at Maynooth. It also aims to coordinate a range of supports that promote independence and help students to reach their full academic potential, and to work with the university so that students with specific access and support needs are treated equitably. So the Maynooth Access Programme supports students coming through alternative routes into college. So we support students coming through the HEAR route, so that is the Higher Education Access route for underrepresented school leavers. We also support students with coming through the DARE route, so that would be students come through the Disability Access route for school leavers, and also through the Mature Entry route and the QQI or Further Entry route. And any student with a disability can also register with MAP. We also support students progressing from foundation courses such as a certificate in science, return to teaching and think about teaching. And people coming through these pathways currently make up over a third of the student population here at Maynooth University. Before I go into more detail about the wide range of supports we offer at MAP, I invite you to watch this short video wherein Claire shares her experiences of the supports that she received as a student registered with a disability at MAP. So before I give you a little bit more information about the kinds of supports that we can offer you here at MAP, I'd like to introduce you to our wonderful advisory team. So you can see lovely smiling faces looking out at you, and all of us are here to support you as you make your educational journey here at Maynooth. So our advisory team here work to deliver the student support provision component of MAP's overall work. And we provide the same expert advice and supports, and between us we have over 50 years experience of providing students with supports in academic and learning, and they are for all students who are registered here with us at MAP. So each of us in the team has our own individual caseload of students who have come to us through different pathways, which I touched on in the previous slide. And we will be in touch with you at different times throughout the year to give you information that you may find useful and to support you through your studies. For instance, we may give you some information about upcoming Mature Coffee mornings, or information about when funding opportunities are opening for you. So don't be a stranger. Come visit us here at MAP and get to know your specific student advisor who is here to support you and to help you have the most enjoyable educational experience that you can have at Maynooth. Now I'll talk you through some of the key areas that we can support you with at MAP. So as a student registered with a disability at MAP, we provide one-to-one engagement with students who can link in with their MAP student advisor. We can also provide support around financial matters and give you information about funding sources, and we can also link you into the student budgeting advisor who can help you with other financial matters you may be experiencing. We also provide social supports, so we have our own MAP ambassadors, and indeed you may like to become a MAP ambassador yourself. We have coffee mornings for mature students, and there are numerous societies in Maynooth University that you might like to join. Also, as part of our suite of supports, we have Student Central, who provide supports for students with additional learning needs. So check out Student Central on our website for more information about a range of supports that they have developed in terms of time management and stress management skills, to name but a few. We can also support you with academic matters, so we can link you in with the Writing Centre if you want to improve your academic writing. We can link you in with the Maths Centre. We can also link you in with the Academic Advisory Office, so if you have any queries about your academic options. And we can also link you in with your departmental MAP academic advisor. In terms of technological supports, we have the Technology Transition Programme, which provides assistive technology options for students who need additional technology supports to support them and their learning. Now I'll give you a brief overview of the first steps that you would need to take to register as a student with a disability here at MAP. So firstly, you would accept your offer of a place of study here at Maynooth University, and congratulations to you. And after you've accepted your offer, the next port of call will be to do an online registration form, and this information is available from the Maynooth Access Programme website. So after you complete your online registration form and upload your details, we will then complete a needs assessment with you, and that will be done with your assigned student advisor. And from that needs assessment, then we will put in the supports that for your particular needs that you will need throughout your course of study here as a student at Maynooth University. And of course, a big element of all of this is the Launchpad orientation, which you'll be attending. And at Launchpad, you'll get more in-depth information about these steps and what you need to do at each stage in the process. I'm just going to give you a little bit more information about the needs assessment, which I mentioned in my previous slide. So the needs assessment is a key part of how we can coordinate the supports specific to your needs whilst you're a student here at Maynooth University. So the aim of the needs assessment really is to coordinate and identify those supports, but also it looks at the impact of your particular disability and how we can best support you to make sure that you have the best chance of reaching your academic potential while you're here at Maynooth University, as well as enjoying your educational time at Maynooth University. So we also look at the previous supports that you may have received. So if you're a school leaver, if you're coming direct from secondary education, we'll have a look at the supports that you might have received whilst you're in secondary education or from other institutions. And then we'll also chat to you about your previous educational experience. So what was education like for you if you came in through QQI entry route or if you came in through the Leaving Cert? How was your educational experience? What kind of challenges and strengths do you bring to your education journey? We'll also have a look at the demands of the course that you're going to be undertaking here at Maynooth and try to anticipate what kind of challenges may come up and how to best navigate those through the provision of supports for you. And again, that links into our next point here, which is anticipating potential challenges. But please remember, the best way for us to support you is for you to link in with us on a regular basis. So if you meet with your student advisor on a fairly regular basis, you'll be able to build rapport with your student advisor and we'll get to know each other better, and we'll be best placed then to provide the best supports for you, and then you can reach your full potential whilst you're here as a student at Maynooth University. So in this slide, I just give you a little bit more detail about the kinds of supports that you can expect to receive after you've completed your needs assessment with your student advisor. So after the needs assessment has been completed, your student advisor can refer you to specific university supports. So for instance, we can refer you to the Academic Advisory Office if you have specific questions about your academic options. We can also refer you on to the Maths Support Centre. We can refer you on to the Writing Centre. There's also the Critical Skills module that you could take as part of your first year, which gives you a fantastic foundation on the types of skills that you will need to develop as a Maynooth University student. And also don't forget, there's numerous clubs and societies at Maynooth University that you can get involved in to help you develop your social life, which is also a very important part of studying here at Maynooth University. So in terms of learning supports, I've previously talked about Student Central, and I'll give you a little bit more information about that on the next slide. So Student Central is a key support that we can put you in touch with or link you up with. We also give exam support. So based on the information that you provide, we can put in place specific supports around your exams in first and second semester. Then, if needs be, you can avail of additional academic tuition if this is something that will help to support your learning as you go through your studies. And also you may require personal assistance, so all of this will be organised through the MAP office. Also, library is a very important part of your learning, so library supports such as the library training will be provided, and we will be able to link you in with the library directly if you have any concerns about accessing online or physical documents whilst being in the library. So in terms of technology, I've previously mentioned the Technology Transition Programme, and I'll talk a little bit further about this in the next slide. We have assistive technology specialists who we can link you in with as part of your learning, as part of your needs assessment, and they will be able to guide you through assistive technologies which you may find useful when you are studying here at Maynooth University. We have equipment loans, so we have a laptop loan scheme. I'll talk about that a little bit further in the next slide. And also there's a dedicated area in Moodle, the MAP area, which has lots of information that you may find very useful whilst you're making your learning journey through Maynooth University. Now I'd like to draw your attention to one particular support provided by MAP. So we have a laptop loan scheme, so you don't have to blow your college budget to buy a laptop, because at MAP we have the laptop loan scheme. So don't forget, you can link in with your MAP student advisor who will give you more information about this, so keep an eye out for the laptop loan scheme. Also, I previously mentioned the Technology Transition Programme. So this programme helps you to navigate Maynooth technologies, which inform the online platform called Moodle, and we also use Microsoft Teams, and emails are also central types of communications used at Maynooth. So the Technology Training Programme will support you to help develop skills to navigate these online platforms at Maynooth, and it'll help you to go from switching on a laptop to being an efficient student, and we will start wherever you are on the process. So for example, the training programme can support you to develop skills to help you to do online research around your typing using technology apps, and it'll help you to work smarter and not harder, and this will hopefully enhance your overall learning experience. So don't forget to ask your student advisor about the Technology Transition Programme as well. So you may recall that I mentioned Student Central as a key support which is provided by MAP. So just to give you a little bit of background to what is Student Central and what does it actually do for you here when you come to MAP. So Student Central comprises of a team of assistant psychologists from the National Learning Network, and these psychologists have created online video guides and resources to help you to learn useful skills to reach your academic potential. So again, when you link in with your student advisor, don't forget, you can also mention to them that you've heard about Student Central and is this something that would be useful to you, and they will put you in touch with one of the assistant psychologists if they feel that that is something that would benefit your learning whilst you're here at Maynooth. So don't forget to check out the Student Central page on the MAP website, which provides links to the different resources and videos which they have created for these different areas, say from note-taking to presentation skills to preparing for exams. So as always, link in with your student advisor who can give you more information about what Student Central can do for you. So everyone, we've reached the end of our short presentation. And as always, I've said it a couple of times already in this presentation, don't be a stranger. Come see us at MAP. Once you've completed your online registration and have been linked in with your student advisor, make sure you reach out to them on a fairly regular basis, because they will be able to support you through your educational journey as a student at Maynooth University. And also, before I go, I want to alert you to some information about the upcoming Launchpad orientation, which will be taking place at the end of September. So Launchpad is a day of fun activities, talks and opportunities to mingle with each other and other fellow new students. And it's designed to give you the best start to your third level career and to make sure you have everything you need for a stress-free transition. So at Launchpad, we will cover important information about your course, the university service, tips and tricks for student life, and we'll showcase our inclusive campus and all the supports available to you as a university student. So on the day, MAP staff will be there, including myself. We'll have key university partners and students who will show you and your supporters around. So our MAP ambassadors will be out in force during Launchpad, and they will show you around and give you real good insider tips on what it's like to be a student at Maynooth University. So Launchpad is completely free to attend and refreshments will be provided. So key information about the available supports will be made available on the Launchpad webpage after the event. So you can review this at a later date, because a lot of information will be shared on the day, and sometimes it's a good idea to pop back and have a look at this information when the dust has settled and you have more time and space to take in all that lovely information. So it's bye from me for now, and I look forward to meeting you during the Launchpad orientation in September. And thank you very much for your time and attention. And of course, I must wish you the very best of luck, and I hope that you have a wonderful educational journey in Maynooth University.